All right, go, 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 go. There's the chest. 1 second. Go, go. Yes, we got it. We got it. We got it. Wow. So there you go. All that effort for a friggin' ether. Not amazing. And now, obviously, we're stranded, weak, back at the start of this area of the path, which totally sucks. So I will see you guys in just a moment. We're going to walk along the same path a second time. And I will see you basically back where we picked up the butterfly. Fun little thing about Tidus's grid right here. Check it out. So he's come here, right? To continue along his path, he's going to get the ability slow very soon. But there's a level 2 lock blocking the way to, a luck node for only 2 luck. So stupid, like, they're a complete oversight. There's no way you'd ever be able to get this, so why ever waste his level 2 lock? And up here as well, you'll notice there's more luck for 1 point, again useless, but a level 3 lock. Now, this is because it blocks to some of the very latest stages on Riku's path. Basically, when Riku ends her path, she's going to end about here with this ability here called Bribe, which I talked to you guys about before. Now, she can either progress along over here and get another ability called Copycat, which I'll talk about when the time comes, but she can actually easily get onto Tidus's path, because by the time she gets there, we'll have lots of level 3 key spheres, you see? So that's a break point at the end of someone's path. It's not for us to go up through. Tidus would be, like, waiting the whole game there if he wanted to go up there. So anyway, here we go. This is the end of the path. Let's walk up through. And much needed save sphere, God. I feel like it's been so long since I saved. It really hasn't been. But I always get this weird, like, twitch, this paranoid, like, oh God, what if there's a power cut whenever I play a game for slightly too long. So, check it out.
Welcome.
It's a Waka.
Holiday prices on all items in celebration of Maester Seymour Guado's wedding.
Thank you very much. So, you'll notice there's no way for you to, say, I don't want anything here. You have to go into a vendor screen. And this is because this is your last option to reduce Owaka's prices. So, what are his wares? Sonic Steel. This thing, again, is one of the... Because it's got First Strike, it's like essential for a no sphere grid run. I talked about the last time we saw a First Strike weapon. Got the Rod, and it's like... Basically, if you're doing a no sphere grid run, for the record, if you miss this weapon, that's it. It's game over. You just can't complete the game, basically, as far as I understand. Ice Strike, always interesting wares, but nothing particularly amazing. Blue Armlet would be kind of cool, I suppose. But this stuff's all very expensive. Most players are just going to immediately quit out here, like I'm going to. And if you do that, if you buy something, this doesn't come up. But if you do quit out without buying anything, he says, too expensive, do you think? And if you just be honest with him and say, yeah, it's too pricey, he will lower his prices. If you say it's just right, he keeps them the same. If you say it's too cheap, he raises his prices. So let's say too pricey.
How about this?
And now by talking to him, we can say, got any weapons? And you'll see that the price has dropped a little bit. So there you go.
I'll go with these prices for a while.
Yeah, and that's it. Even if you don't buy anything, you can't haggle any further. And that's sort of Owaka's thing done. You'll notice on the map it looks like there's a way out here. But we currently can't go that way. There's no real reason that they give us for it. However, there is an Albed Primer to be had on this road. You can see it just behind like that thorn there. This is number 15. So, as ever, just every now and then I like to check that we haven't missed any. And it looks like, no, we haven't. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there you go. We got 15. We're over halfway now, right? So that's pretty cool.
Wait. It is here. Somewhere.
What's here?
Something you should see.
But, Sir Orin...
It won't take long.
Hell. Ooh, what could this be? I like how Yuna just questions him instantly. Something hidden in the forest that we should see? Alright, so this is a hidden area. It's the Macalania with spring. And again, this is one of those moments where I wish I could play the original story of Jecht, Braska, and Auron and see how they sort of came upon this spring. But yeah, so look, it's a really, really pretty area. Out here just in a weird section of the forest. Loads of water everywhere.
This place... It's just water, isn't it?
This is what spheres are made of. It absorbs and preserves people's memories.
What's that?
Fiends are also attracted to these places.
Alright, now I've cut out a few battles on this recording because I've done really dumb stuff. I may have even left some of it in. So this is a boss. You have to think about how you fight him. So basically, this is the Spherimorph, okay? Incredibly resistant to most damage, but he is weak to elemental damage. However, whenever you hit him with elemental damage, he swaps his elemental affinity. So here, I'll demonstrate. We'll pass the turn here. There's a lot of mechanics here I remember I originally had written in my notepad that now I no longer have. So look, we got black magic with Lulu, right? So let's just try potluck. Let's try casting fear on him, right? Like, for example, if you use like non-elemental magic on him, he will use an AoE ability. So look, he just countered us there with...
It absorbs all spells except its one weakness.
Yeah. So he just absorbed fire, which means he's weak to ice right now. So what we're going to do is have Kimahri cast Blizzard on him. Now it says he's immune to sensors. I remember being able to see his health somehow. I actually on my test file had to fight this guy a few times before I managed to get the kill. Why is that? Okay, what? Oh, okay, so he heals all except the one thing, right? I remember now. It absorbs all spells except its weakness. So it's casting water on us. That means it's weak to lightning. So let's... I mean, Yuna's already kind of weak and she hasn't even had a turn yet. So let's just use her to heal herself. Hopefully she can survive again. If he uses press on her, then we could be in for some trouble here. Lots of AoE damage here, by the way. So if you want to charge overdrives, then it's a good place to use Comrade. Alright, so anyway, he's weak to Thunder, right? Because he's casting water. So let's use Thundara Fury. Sneakily kept Lulu's overdrive around for this battle. Go, 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 go. Come on. Go for 7. 8, 8, 8, 8. Yes. So there we go. We get 8 hits in, each of about 500 damage. So what is that? That's about 4k. So there you go. He elemental shifts now. And we won't know what element he is until he starts attacking us again. Yuna's had her turn, so I'm going to swap her out for Waka, I guess. Waku's learned a new ability, by the way, Silence Buster. It's not going to be useful in this fight, but he has learned that. So we'll cast Aim here. Now this boss is really important to overkill as well, because he's the one that's going to drop the level 2 key sphere we're looking for. So here, I guess, I mean it says he's immune to sensors. Does that mean we can't scan him? Yeah, so he's immune. You can't scan at all. Alright, and he countered with water, so he's still weak to lightning. Kimahri just learned Comrade, so that's cool. It'd be nice to be able to swap those modes in battle, but whatever. Waka dodged it. That was pretty cool. Pretty deft of him. So he's already had a turn, hasn't he? Didn't he cast Aim? We'll pass his turn. Alright. I really need to focus here. So we'll send out Riku. Now Riku's got her overdrive up. He's still casting water. So why don't we mix 2 of those electro marbles we found from before together and see what happens, yeah? So... Wait, electro marbles or lightning marbles? I think it's electro marbles. Okay, here we go. Rolling Thunder. And that's pretty great, right? That's pretty insane damage right there. He just shifted his element again. Okay, so that's that done. Tidus doesn't have a turn just yet. So we'll bring him in. Haste is obviously something you should be doing in most boss fights. I've really not cast much haste in this Let's Play for a while. So we'll haste Tidus and get that rolling. Lulu should dodge that. Oh, come on. Oh my god, she's alive. Okay, amazing. So we'll bring Yuna back out. And what I want to do here is I want to have him either casting ice on us or water on us. And then I'm going to Grand Summon an Aeon and go for an overkill. I just did that to Riku, but I don't think I needed to. Let's try stealing from him. You can get ethers from him, that's pretty cool. So whenever you use a physical attack, he seems to do that. We just countered, that's pretty cool. Let's bring Kimahri. I mean, Auron's the last one, right? Auron has a lightning strike weapon, so we'll see what he does. So that's healing it. That means that obviously he's not attuned to water right now. There you go, Blizzard. So As much as I wanted this to be with Ixion, let's, wait. Oh, okay, Yuna's already out, isn't she? As much as I wanted this to be with Ixion, let's Grand Summon Ifrit to cast Hellfire on it, which is fire elemental damage. And hopefully it will overkill it. I just hope I did enough damage. I mean, one of Riku's overdrives already on it. Should be fine. Obviously, Ifrit's going to die if this doesn't hit him because of the delay. There you go, overkill with 4,893 damage. That was much easier than before. For what it's worth, the first time I ever hit 9,999 damage, yes, that huge number, on my test file was right here. It was with the Grand Summoned Ixion, who used her overdrive, and that's what it hit the boss for. A lot of damage. So there you go. I mean, that was pretty simple, right? And what did it drop? So it dropped something called a Jecht sphere. You get a ton of AP from that. Everybody had a turn. I'm pretty happy with that. 2 level 2 key spheres. We only would have got 1 if we didn't overkill. So because you're going to find a lot of these locks, and they're in such short supply, you tend to only get key spheres during the story from actually killing like bosses along the way. So it's really important to get that overkill so that you've got 2 and you get a bit more freedom. And he dropped Lightning Steel, which is the lightning strike weapon for Tidus, which we've already got, so we don't care about.
Whoa, this is old. Don't know if you can play it back.
Jecht left it here 10 years ago. Play it back.
Mm-hmm.
What are you taking?
Well, you said it was gonna be a long trip. We'll be seeing a lot of neat things, right? So I thought I'd record it all in this. To show to my wife and kid, you know.
This is no pleasure cruise.
Hey, Braska. Ain't this supposed to be a grand occasion? We're the cheering fans, the crying women.
This is it. Too many goodbyes. People think twice about leaving.
If you say so. Well, it better be a lot more colorful when we come back. A parade for Braska, vanquisher of sin.
We should go. Day will break soon.
I'm gonna have to pause it here. Okay, so what you were just seeing there, the background, that was Bevelle. That was the main city, and yeah, there was no parade for these people. Don't forget, it'd been years and years and years since anyone had beat Sin before these guys came along, so they didn't care. You know, that's something really important about their adventure. Ours, we're being showered by gifts. We're famous. Everybody loves us. Their pilgrimage was very different. Nobody cared. They'd had too many goodbyes. Who was to say these summoners were going to do any different to any of the other ones before it? They just left unceremoniously. And you're going to find each of these characters, well, is like flawed too and not particularly liked. So the fact that they just all leave Bevelle one day, it doesn't mean anything.
Oren, could you stand closer to him? Good. That should do it.
What's the matter? Afraid I might bite?
Jecht.
And Oren being the stick in the mud.
Braska, you should take one too. It'll make a great gift for little Yuna.
I suppose.
Lord Braska, we shouldn't be wasting our time like this.
What's the hurry, man?
Let me tell you what the hurry is.
Oren.
What's the point? He wasn't on some pleasure cruise.
I think there's more.
Hey, if you're sitting there watching this, it means you're stuck in Spira like me. You might not know when you'll get back home, but you better not be crying. Although I guess I'd understand. But you know what? There's a time when you have to stop crying and move on. You'll be fine. Remember, you're my son. And, well, never mind, I'm no good at these things. Anyways, I believe in you. Be good. Goodbye.
Oh, man.
He sounded almost serious, but it was too late.
He was serious. Jecht had already accepted his fate.
His fate?
Jecht, he was always talking about going home to Zanarkand. That's why he took all those pictures, to show them to you when he returned. But as he journeyed with us and came to understand Spira and Braska's resolve, it happened gradually, but Jecht changed. He decided he would join Braska in his fight against sin.
So then, he gave up going home?
That was his decision.
I guess I understood. My old man, he knew there was no way back home, back to Zanarkand. He wanted to go home, but he knew he couldn't. He couldn't go on until he accepted it. Besides, even if he had found a way back, I don't think he would have left his friends behind before their journey was complete.
All right, let's go, guys.
Maybe I had to start accepting my own fate.
Going through the same damn thing. Jecht spheres. Spheres that document Jecht's journey are hidden all over Spira. Defeating the Spherimorph has unlocked the seals that once bound the spheres. Find them. Auron has learned a new overdrive, Shooting Star. So, the way that Auron learns new overdrives is by finding these old recordings of his past pilgrimage. This is the first one, and yeah, it's like all the seals have been revealed. Something kind of interesting has happened here, right? So let's do a bit of a recap, right? We go to Luca, we can't go back anymore. We go across the Mihen High Road, we finish Operation Mihen, we do the stuff at Jose Temple. All of a sudden, Besaid is open to us again. Then we cross the Moonflow, and it's locked off again because we can't cross the damn thing again, right? Now, we go all the way back through here. As soon as you defeat the Spherimorph, you can now ride the shoe path back across the Moonflow and go all the way back to Besaid. Except this time, if you do that, on your pilgrimage, you'll find a load of Jecht spheres along the way. You can actually unlock not only Auron's second overdrive, but his third overdrive too, really quickly. On my test file, I did that. I'm not going to bother this time. It's a really long walk and it's unnecessary. Maybe go back at the end of the game. However, there's something to consider. In the international remake of this game, and obviously this version too, when you get to the very end of the game, you can't enter Besaid again. It's blocked off by something. And you have to do something quite difficult to get back into Besaid. So, if you want all of Auron's overdrives, if you want to find all of these spheres, and you need to find every single one to unlock his final overdrive, and you don't think you'll be able to complete that thing blocking off Besaid, now is your only opportunity to do it. You have a really small window of time, right? From the time it takes us to kill this Spherimorph to literally walk like 2 screens away when the story progresses, the world is open to us. After we walk 2 screens away, it's closed again. It's a tiny window of opportunity that you have, and you have to take advantage of it now, or it's going to be way, way later before you get to see that. So it's up to you. Do you want to walk all the way back to Besaid now? And on the way, you'll find loads of stuff. Like there's one in the Thunder Plains. There's one at the Moonflow. You know, that story about him hitting the shoe path. There's actually video evidence of not the incident itself, but stuff going on around the incident. There's stuff all the way back. And it's just down to you when you want to do it. I'm not going to do it here because I don't want to, like, skip an overdrive almost, if you know what I mean. Oh, but look, Auron's still here.
Wait.
Yeah?
Jecht loved you.
Oh, come on, please.
He just didn't know how to express it, he said.
Enough about my old man, okay?
I just thought you should know.
Okay. Thanks.
Man, that's a really warm part of the story. I really like that. That Jecht, he was bad with words. Auron knew and he desperately wanted Tidus to know. Like, oh man, that's so nice. I'm looking out for him. But there you go. I just said all that about the overdrives, but there is one very, very close by that we may as well get. So, do you remember where you'll see Owaka's walking off up that way? You remember where we got that Albed primer? By the way, okay, just to be clear, the way we entered was from down here beyond the save sphere. This exit to the top right is that pool. To the top left is Lake Macalania. Down here is a new pathway that's just opened up. That is like the hugest weird thing, right? There's all this weird magical goo that we can walk on. Like galaxies that we walk, I don't know, right? So as you travel across this magic is actually to do with the final weapons in the game. So at the very end, we can sort of return here and do some special stuff. Over here, you'll notice there's a woman who says that it's easier to get to Macalania Temple now that this road's open again. So apparently it was closed for some reason. Apparently this is a road. But if you walk along here, basically this just lets you skip those 2 long screens we were on earlier with no encounters at all. So here you'll see we move down and we're back at the start. Now at the start, you'll see Lucille and Emma still.
We're on watch duty at the temple. Anyone tries to crash our...
And I think they have the same dialogue.
This road. You should hurry to...
Yeah, they do. But you'll notice there is a Jecht sphere right here. And there's one in the Thunder Plains, so you can be tempted to just go back to the Thunder Plains, which is right nearby. Grab that one, and then by the time you're there, it's not hard to walk through Guado Salam, get to the Moonflow, grab the one there, and then from there, I don't know, it is a bit of a pain to go all the way back through the Moonflow and then Jose and stuff, but whatever. Alright, so check it out. A Jecht sphere. And I think this will unlock his next overdrive, so whatever, but we'll watch it. I love these things, man. It's so cool. It's like, it's what I was saying about Final Fantasy VIII, where you get to play as Laguna and stuff. Oh, it'd be so cool in this one.
Who are you?
You are the one they call Jecht. The man from Zanarkand, are you not?
What of it?
Watch your tongue, knave.
Ah, my apologies. I am Braska, a summoner. I've come to take you from this place.
Sounds sweet. What's the catch?
That easy to see, was it? I soon leave on a pilgrimage to Zanarkand.
Seriously?
I would like you to join us. It will be a dangerous trip. Yet, if we do reach Zanarkand, my prayers will be answered, and you will be able to go home, we think. What say you?
Great, let's go.
So quick?
Anything to get out of here.
Then it's settled.
But I must protest. This drunkard, a guardian?
Hey! You want to step in here and say that?
What does it matter?
The animations.
No one truly believes that I, a fallen summoner wed to an Albed, could possibly defeat sin. This is what they say. No one expects us to succeed.
Braska, sir.
Let's show them they're wrong. A fallen summoner, a man from Zanarkand, and a warrior monk doomed to obscurity for refusing the hand of the priest's daughter. What delightful irony it would be if we defeated sin.
Stop gabbing and get me out of here. Free at last.
Now, Jecht. I am in your hands until we reach Zanarkand.
Right. So, what's a summoner anyway?
Oh, he's just like us. So that's a really important sphere, actually. It really lays to bear the backstory of some of these characters, like Oren's little thing there. So basically, Oren was a warrior monk. You'll notice in the spheres, he's a stick in the mud. You know, he's really, this is the way it has to be. You know, he doesn't like that a drunk could be a guardian. He's always getting on a Jecht throughout many of the spheres. And, you know, as their journey goes along, I'm sure they grow closer. But, you know, that's kind of who Oren is. It's because he was a warrior monk. He was a soldier of Yevon. But when a priest's daughter said, hey, you have to marry me, and he says, no, I'm not interested, they basically, you know, they fall him to nothingness, and they say, oh, well, your career as a warrior monk or whatever is going to be nothing. So, you know, he's not particularly well liked because he refused the hand of the priest's daughter. Then you've got Braska. Remember, Yuna is an Albed, right? Her father, a man of Yevon, a summoner, married an Albed woman. So it's on her mother's side, and and that actually sort of screwed Braska up as well. And it's just like Braska says, who would expect these three? And then some freaking loser, drunk, lunatic guy who thinks he's from Zanarkand just randomly with them. I mean, who the hell are they? You can see why, again, you know, as they're walking across the high road there out of Bavel. Why would anyone care? So, yeah. They're great spheres. I will be showing all of them, obviously, throughout the LP. But let's move on. Unfortunately, we won't see any for a while, I've got to be honest. Sort of introduce the feature to you and then give you like 2 seconds worth of time to backtrack through the game, and if you don't do it, then you don't see one for ages. But yeah. Alright, so here we go. We're at Lake Macalania. Very cold. Check it out. Here's Klasko.
Hi there. Would you look at this? They always leave me behind. Oh, you want me to scratch you? There. Good boy.
How'd you know what it wanted?
I've always been able to tell how chocobos feel. Maybe I'd make a better chocobo breeder than chocobo knight, huh? Hey, what job do you see me doing?
So you get a choice here. If you want an item right at the end of the game, say chocobo breeder. For the sequel, he is absolutely a chocobo breeder, despite what you say here. It is his true calling. He ends up running a chocobo ranch. Now, chocobo ranches, again, are something that appear in many Final Fantasies, but didn't appear in Final Fantasy X. There is no chocobo ranch in this game, but X2, there is one, and he is the guy leading it. So, absolutely, say chocobo breeder. It will net you an item here. It just makes sense for his character. He's a crappy knight, let's face it.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, I might just give it a try.
So there is obviously different dialogue there. That just reminded me, though, there is a great deal of variance in upcoming scenes based on affection mechanics coming up. I do have footage of all of them, so don't worry about that. But here, so there's a chest behind him. Unfortunately, we can't get at it.
Should I resign my commission? Would Captain Lucille let me? Elma would probably laugh at me.
You gotta stop caring what other people think, man.
Wow, I think this is the first time I've seriously thought about my life.
Yeah, it takes some people a while.
I think this is the first.
Okay, so yeah, we can't get that just yet. Awaka's outside the agency.
How's that rim for taking up a place like this? He'll be rich by tomorrow, all on account of this celebration thing. What? You buying something from me?
Of course!
Great! I knew I could count on you, lad.
I'll tell him that, and then look at his wares, and then not buy anything. It'll be amazing. I don't think anything changed there. Wait, did it? Yeah, so look, his Sonic Steel now has strength plus 3% on it, too. That's quite funny. For the additional price, I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, there's been a change in his wares in that tiny little period of time. So that's fine. Here is an Albed Primer. That's volume 16, The Secrets of the Albed Language Revealed. B is equal to P. And the game wants us to, like, travel down the road a little. I'm not going to do that just yet. You'll notice we got different enemies a couple of episodes back. A fair few. I think we were on Jose at the time. I told you guys that we wouldn't be seeing ice plans for a while. Well, here you go. Here they are again. This is a very cold area. Why is the area so cold? Why is the forest the way it is, like so crystalline and stuff? Wacky, you got some serious catching up to do, man, even though you've leveled so much. Jeez. We'll bring Kamari out just because I want him to have the experience over. But look here, Tidus has been confused, so we're gonna throw a remedy at him because there's no there's no way to snap people out of confusion on a specific item in this game. Usually they're called smelling salts. They don't exist in 10. So, I mean, what can Tidus do here? Nothing really. Let's just swap Lulu back in. And I guess fire is what they're weak to. But yeah, why is everything so cold? It's all to do with the faith. You may have noticed 2 of our Aeons have been elemental themed so far. That's no coincidence. You might be able to guess what the element of the next one is. We'll cast fire. I really want him to have the Fearos and stuff. God damn it, Kamari. Hurry yourself up. There we go. Thunderflan is dead. And let's head inside the agency after grabbing that primer. Everybody's chilling out. I think this is totally optional. Here's Macon.
I've heard Lady Una is to wed Maester Seymour. It is great news. I'd like to congratulate her. But it is a pity. I'd hoped Lady Una would defeat sin and bring the calm to Spherimorph.
Yuna's still gonna journey, even after she's married.
Ah, that is also great news. Her resolve is admirable.
Awesome.
Would you like to hear about Macalania?
Yes, please. That's why I originally talked to you.
Lake Macalania is frozen over all through the year. It stays frozen, even on the hottest of days. It is said that the temple's faith is the cause of this fantastic phenomenon. And that is all for today.
So yeah, he really doesn't have too much to say for us. I guess I sort of jumped the gun. I'm always jumping the gun on Macon. I'm saying, oh, all this stuff, and then he turns around saying it. Hey, Riku.
Can we go now? I'm tired of waiting.
No, look, we had to wait for you in the Thunder Plains. You be quiet.
Can we go?
You hush.
Yuna's really quiet.
Wow,
Sitting here like this, you really get to thinking.
Thinking about what?
Sitting here like
She never really elaborates. His whacker?
Seriously? A wedding's not supposed to make people feel this bad, huh?
Come on, don't say that.
I say what I want, ever since I was a kid.
Oh, so you're an adult now?
You know it.
Somehow I don't believe that. You notice though, everyone's a bit bummed out about the wedding. How chatty was everyone in the Thunder Plains and the forest during battles? Not really, right? This here is just an Albed compilation sphere. These are what you use to import, say, Albed data from other save files, like which I showed off right at the start of the game. It looks just like a Jecht sphere, so you might find yourself examining a lot of them when you don't have to. That's all that they are. Here's Auron.
Anything can happen.
Make sure you're prepared.
Right?
He doesn't deign us with a response.
There is a saying, hurry up and wait. It means prepare quickly so you're ready for whatever comes next.
Sounds like something an old man would say.
Forgive me.
Hey, just being honest.
And now he just looks away when we talk.
Hey, just being honest.
Okay. No, I think it's smart. It reminds me of like cops in cars, like police people, just sat there for hours and hours and hours doing nothing on stakeouts, and then finally something happens.
Temple not far. Why stop here? Temple not...
Straight into the point as ever, Kamari. This lady says, do you want to rest? Buy weapons or items? We'll have a look in a second. Let's see what Una says.
Don't forget to smile, remember?
Oh, you're right. I'll try and remember.
Whatever's on your chest, you should get it off before, you know. Here, check it out. So we can buy some weapons. We got a switch hitter here. We're more than familiar with these things. Mostly just lame stuff, so don't worry. I mean, you can really see how good of a merchant Walker is. Thank you for your patronage. Please use our other agencies in your travels. I'm going to rest. One of those situations where there's really no need to rest. Like, mechanically, it will heal you, but there's also a save sphere right here, so why do it? I'm going to, in fact, use the sphere grid to save and catch you guys in 1 second. Lulu just learned a new ability called Bio, by the way. This inflicts poison, and it's kind of ill timing since the next boss we fight can't be poisoned, but we'll get there. Alright, there we go. That's everything done. Yuna's really close on the grid to something that will be incredibly useful very soon. An ability called Shell. I don't know whether I want to go and train her up for it or not, but we'll see. Alright, so there you go. That's everything in the agency. Let's head on along the road towards Macalania and see what happens.
Lady Yuna, we've been expecting you. We were surprised you decided to come so soon. Pleasantly surprised, of course. Lord Seymour sends his apologies for having left without notice.
It's quite all right. I have one question, if I may, sir.
Milady?
I want to keep journeying, even if I marry. Do you think that Maester Seymour would let me?
But of course, my lady. Lord Seymour wishes nothing else, I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Well, we must follow Grotto tradition. I'll have to ask you to wait here a little while longer. I'll send someone to escort you.
We're all with you. Do as you will.
Thank you.
Sorry. That was your line.
Yuna!
Yes, sir! Oh no!
Albert!
Oh, snap.